Barney's asshole. It's just me, you, and Linguini.
Look at
fucking Barney's
Oh
ass.
yeah, and Nick,
shit.
you like this video?
What?
Yeah, I remember that day.
What video? I'm not looking at the screen share.
Yeah.
Well, when you
Nicholas
refused to
DeOrio
accept-
denies the slavery facts.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
Good luck with this.
I hope that one stays up. I'm just kidding.
Good luck with this strike,
You
bitch.
just go full Ethan Ralph mode.
I go full Ethan Ralph mode, even though it's
But
all
it's not even
stream,
your.
I don't even own the
It's
clip.
not even your stream. Fucking dick. Hey, to be fair, I rewatched that clip. I wanted to see how badly he fucked you with that title. You totally deserve that title. It's accurate.
Hell no, bro.
You're
guys are
literally
just
denying
dumb.
the facts.
You're denying the facts. Is that the one where we talked about like there's more
Googled-
slavery today than
Yeah.
there was like? That's
Yes,
so stupid.
dude.
I don't believe that.
I literally
Yeah.
I
still don't
fact checked
believe
you
that.
live on the
I
air.
Unreal.
still don't believe that there's
Well,
more
it depends your
slavery today.
definition of
That-
slavery.
Yeah, I know. Literally, his definition of slavery is every form of human trafficking. My definition of
Yeah?
slavery is built the fucking pyramids. That's what I'm explaining. What I think slave, I think like literally built the country, built the
slippery
pyramids.
Nick, shifting the
Fucking-
goalposts,
Yeah,
buddy.
dude, obviously, like, I would agree with you 100% if you're like, every person who's ever been human trafficked ever in any context, which apparently human trafficking is as easy as driving across state lines to have sex, based on the Onision case. If every one of those people are considered fucking slaves, then, dude, totally. All right, you're probably right. There probably is more right now. I would assume human trafficking right now in the year 2021 is a lot easier to do. Even you know what,
Nick
is
just
it?
has no
I don't
idea
know.
that Russia's like one of the, and India are like one of like the largest like fucking countries, like just full of slaves.
Oblex would consider himself slave,
but, like, we
a
have,
victim
like-
of human trafficking to the algorithm.
The only
True.
other way I could possibly be wrong about that is if, like, the fact of the matter is there's just so many more people. So, like, such a small percentage of people currently being slaves would be, like, larger than, like, I don't know, when slavery was more popular, I guess.
Nick just completely ignoring like the Middle East, just full of like actual fucking like slavery and shit.
Again, I don't think that, like, that's the same as, like, when they drove in on gigantic boats and then pulled like hundreds of black people out of Africa. Okay, I'm just saying, like, my definition of slavery would, like, when most people think slave, I would argue most people think of like Civil War slave, like, you know, black person getting forced to work on a plantation for no or little money while being mistreated by like white guy. That's like majority of people slaves.
Pyramid rock.
Like, yeah, or gigantic or
I mean,
like all the
Nick, I know
Jewish
that
people building the
sounds bad.
pyramids.
I know that sounds bad, but have you ever had a landlord? God.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
If we
geez.
expand the definition of slavery to lives with landlord. Yeah, dude, you're totally right. There's so much more slavery now.
You
It's in the name.
I'm literally a slave, yeah.
They're literally the lord of your land.
But you know what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm gonna do, like, if I'm debating like a bread tuber research on how, like, the comparison between slavery today and slavery in the 1900s.
Yeah, why don't you
to see, like,
why don't you debate Dylan Burns on that, buddy?
I'm gonna debate you on that, bro. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm either gonna concede or I'm gonna figure it out, dude. Because I think that's crazy. Just thinking that there's more slavery today than there was then.
Yeah, because your idea of
Slavery?
slave is literally like ancient Egyptian fucking like Jew that built
dude.
a pyramid or something.
Slavery
like,
is
that's what you think it
unreal,
is.
dude.
Died McDonald's because the drive-thru is closed.
So, like, what is the current definition of slavery that we're working with then? Like, because I'm again, like, I'll probably agree with you. If like you're giving me such a huge.
Being gay.
Forced.
Is it like any human trafficked person ever? Like, is that it?
Forced like work or like I don't know.
Yeah, but what is
Yeah.
forced work? Is forced work like
you're literally
I'm on
like
welfare,
a
they're gonna
slave.
take my house away? Like, is
We're
that
not googling this for you.
no? I'm just asking, like, forced work. Well, I mean, okay, like, so I have to pay my landlord, otherwise I don't live anywhere and I'm homeless. Is that slavery? Because like, I'm genuinely asking, like, where's the line?
If I remember this conversation when we were talking about it, the thing you were denying that was slavery is people like enforced marriages or something. That's
Yeah, you also
What?
didn't have financial
I
slavery.
think I literally said that it's like forced marriage. I would consider an entirely different word. Why are we grouping that the same as slavery? Like, I think of slavery as like,
Well, they're forced to
action.
do something against their will from another person that has
Okay, but-
control over them.
okay, so is rape slavery?
If done in raping
Okay,
slavery
it's the concept. No, you just said someone being forced to do something they don't want to do. Obviously, rape is someone being forced to do something they don't want to do. Is the concept of rape slavery?
Yeah, it's a.
Well, the person doesn't own
human trafficking,
person.
sex
I'm so glad
trafficking.
this conversation's happening.
I'm just wondering how do we? I would say like someone being forced to be in a marriage is someone being forced to be in a marriage. I don't think that's inherently a good thing, but I don't know if it's the same word as slavery.
Bad thing.
I feel like we're in like a
You
huge
don't know
semantic
if
debate
forced
over
marriage is a good thing?
Well, or if forced marriage means the man has like ownership
God
over
damn
the
it.
woman, right?
I literally looked up. I was
No,
curious. What if
I
I
don't-
just look up
I don't think that-
slavery and see what it says on Google, and it says the state of being a slave. Pieces of shit.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, Nick owned.
all right.
So if I just look up slave, a person who is the legal property of another and is forced to obey them.
I guess
Yeah, so
maybe
you would
if-
be legal property if you're
Okay,
married,
but would
right?
you
By
be like
law.
that? Is that what you? Because no, being forced to be married doesn't inherently mean you're legally like owned by that person.
Well, we're not talking about a marriage.
Because a lot of people who bring up forced marriage, quote unquote, are talking about like Indians who are in like what is it like? You're like the parents pick who you have to marry or whatever, and it's a cultural barrier. Are you legally bound to that person forever, or is it like a culture barrier where like you go to hell if you don't do it?
Different
Obviously,
countries
there's
have
two
different marriage laws.
Forever.
legally bound like as property or legally bound like in the marriage, because every marriage is legally binding. I'm just asking,
Well,
like, is it like
you're talking about a country where a woman is property, bro? So come on now.
okay? So then just everyone in that entire country is a slave.
Well, you know,
Well, no,
that's
you just-
culturally insensitive of you.
You
to
just
say.
said that every woman. Wait, hold on. How is it culturally insensitive? If our active definition is a
Well,
person
I was
who
being
is
culturally
property.
insensitive myself, sir.
All right, fair then. I want to understand like what's the definition we're working with here? Because again, like I think most people hear the word slave and they think of like I don't know, like the
I would say,
slavery
like,
that's now
rationally
illegal in the
forced
United
do
States.
tasks or whatever, you know, like when you're forced to do something. So, like,
Even when I was learning in high school about quote unquote like about like slavery, there was always a mixture between slavery and like serfdom. Serfdom was like when you were living on land or whatever and being it basically sounds like slavery with extra steps, and that was like is that so fucking like what happened like Middle Ages with like serf class and stuff like that? Is that slavery?
I say we draw the line at Hassan's editors.
Yeah, like it's Hassan's editor's slavery. Like I
Yeah,
could just keep
probably.
doing it, but
I mean, if he forces them to do this work and doesn't pay them, dude, that is pretty slavery.
Pretty slavery.
right
of
opinion?
us.
I'm just saying like most of the South
Whoa.
was probably. I mean, I would argue most of the South was probably built by
British
slaves.
slave
Like
owner.
that's what I think of slavery. But there's like so many more questions about this. Again, like I don't. Oh God, Augie, can you mute the stream for 2 seconds? I have
Fuck's
one more
sake.
question. I have one question.
All right, the stream's muted. Yeah, they can't hear you. It's actually muted, you fucking retard. Well, yeah. Why would them hearing me as a bad thing? Oh my god.
So if you want to take it
Holy
there,
shit, dude. Oh my god.
I was like, wait, I forgot to mute.
Holy shit, dude.
You can't say that's not a good take.
Bro.
that's a terrible take. What?
Wait, why?
Well, first of all, I think it was clear to even anyone that she was obviously making a good, funny joke. You know,
I don't think so.
reparations.
Wait, hold on. Petty Page wasn't making a joke when she said that.
The reparations thing, yeah, that's funny. That's a
No,
good one.
no. Petty Page said that your Asian experience isn't equal to my black experience.
Oh yeah, okay, that
That
one
was
was
not a
a
joke. I'm just saying. All right, we're just being clear.
Yeah,
Uh,
I thought you were mixing it with the
can't-
reparations.
I can't hang out with these guys anymore.
Oh fuck you! You don't think it's that? Do you really think that's that off?
Okay, but also I don't think
do not like
I would hope
bigotry.
that Paige was not referring to any sort of
You know, she was being
S-word.
racist. She was being racist. 100%.
right. Jeez, I don't know we're gonna go there. Take it away, Tom.
I'm just confused. I feel like if your argument is that, then that statement makes no sense. I'm just saying.
I'm not sure this is an animation I want to be a part of when someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a commentary age clip you want to be involved with.
Yeah, bro.
I can't wait to be animated.
Man,
listening
Nick,
to
I gotta be honest with you, man. Those were like the most nuclear 14 words I've ever heard in my life.
Bro, the 14 words, bro. You're an asshole.
It even took him 88 seconds to say it. Like he timed it perfectly.
Dude, the whole chat's like Nick said the N-word.
Hold on, I'm actually like nuclear.
Nick muted
so
the stream.
you just linked me a fucking article, and it's called Contemporary Slavery, known as Modern or Neo-Slavery, which refers to institutional slavery. Okay, so there's slavery, and then there's neo-slavery. So obviously, I would have a different definition. Then I would have a different definition based off of 21st century slavery.
The definition, according to the U.S. Department of State, is that modern slavery, trafficking in persons, and human trafficking can be used as umbrella terms for the act of recruiting, harboring, transporting, providing, or obtaining a person for compelled labor or commercial sex acts through the use of force, fraud, or coercion.
So we have sex slavery, which, yeah, sure, that works. Forced marriage and child marriage. Mainly driven by cultures of certain religions, early forced marriage is a form of slavery that affects women all over the world. Families cannot support their children and daughters who are often married off to wealthier parent family. These men are often, these girls are literally property. This isn't like a religious thing. This is literal property. Okay, just to be clear. Obviously, I would concede on that point. If it's literal property, then yeah, obviously slavery. Child labor. Again, like, do they consider child labor as slavery?
Yeah.
I thought that was always like, I thought that was like a slur. Like, hold on, children can leave.
Well,
child slave is not a slur; it's a real thing.
Again, like I'm talking about like when I was taught school. I'm talking about like when like during the Industrial Revolution, when children were working in factories. Was that considered slavery?
Probably.
No, because it was legal.
Never mind. Children comprise 26% of the slaves today. Although children can legally engage in certain forms of work, children can also be found in slavery or slavery-like situations. Although child labor isn't considered slavery, it inevitably hinders their education. Okay, thank you. Never mind. They don't. Okay, they agree.
I think back in the old days they consented to working. Nowadays, you know.
Yeah, now they don't. So that's obviously different. So that I would consider on that point.
It says 24.9 million people are in forced labor.
That's good. Can you name them?
What? Yeah.
Name every slave.
Can you name every slave? Forced begging.
I can name
29 of them, right?
Yeah, I can name one right now.
You know,
Augiarse.
Yeah, obviously the definition of slave has really expanded in the last 100 years.
You can call that mental.
But that's not what slavery was 100 years ago. So yeah, obviously under the new definition, there are probably more slaves now than there were then. But I don't think it's. I don't think it's. What is it? Fucking
29 million in forced labor. If we go by every slavery, I think it's more than that.
No. It's not the same slavery, is what I'm saying. Like it's not like fucking African people getting fucking pulled onto boats and flown like across the world to like work on plantations,
working for no money.
Yeah, again, like, I think
is it better if it's children than black people?
Well, but it's not a test of what's better than either. I don't think anyone's making that argument. I'm just telling you that my definition of slavery didn't encompass all these different things that I'm reading about now that didn't exist when my definition of slavery that most people think of when they think of slavery was like it's not encompassing like a lot of the newer things that could possibly be considered.
You know, we're not only is Nick being educated, but the whole RFC chat. This is so all of a sudden.